Hey, for 52 years back in the Northeast, I analyzed the turnover every single season. I also analyzed seasons within seasons, but particularly the turnover time frame, which was confusing to most people, only because bass would be offshore, bass would be leaving weed edge areas and hanging on green weeds as gases emitted inside the weeds and killed a lot of the weeds off. In the shallows, bass would vacate and get to these edges of green weeds and sit there for a week or two until the turnover got into full swing, and then all these fish would be actually up above the remaining thermocline on bait fish. So your main particular point in chasing fish during the turnover is to target suspended fish with slow falling presentations, find the forage, find the bass. One of the most important factors. Fish can be all over during the turnover. They can be up, they can be down, they can be toward the shallows, but they're going to be out of areas and vacated among dead weeds. There won't be any oxygen in the weeds. They emit gases and force forage and bass to leave. So by the middle of the turnover, your main lake basin areas are going to be your complete focus for these giant bass. Once the turnover gets into full swing and toward the end of the turnover, almost into fall peak, you'll have fish setting up on pods of bait and also taking migratory routes into fall peak position. This actually in turn pulls fish into tightly massed groups where some of the largest fish in the system are going to sit in maybe 4 or 5 areas of the lake. And this is your prime fall peak bite. Between turnover and the fall peak bite, fish are going to be scattered over main lake basins. You need 4 or 5 particular baits and slow falling vertical presentations to take these fish. Let's get back on the water and look at some fish we've taken through turnover into fall peak time frame.